For decades, Anthony Quinn remained a figure of mystery when the conversation turned to Charles Bronson. Both men were rugged, intense, and beloved for their tough guy screen personas, yet Quinn rarely spoke about Bronson publicly. It wasn't because he lacked opinion, it was because he understood what it meant to be misunderstood. In his later years, Quinn chose to break that silence, not to fuel rivalry or gossip, but to honor a fellow actor whose strength was forged in the same fire. In a rare moment of candor, he offered a tribute that revealed Bronson as more than a screen icon. Quinn's words peeled back the myth and exposed a man shaped by hardship, guarded by necessity, and respected by those who truly knew him. His reflections transformed Bronson from a symbol of violence into a symbol of survival. From Mexico to Los Angeles, Quinn's humble beginning. Anthony Quinn was born Manuel Antonio Rodolfo Quinn Huajarca on April 21, 1915 in Chihuahua, Mexico. His childhood was shaped by poverty and the constant struggle of immigrant life. His father, of Irish descent, and his Mexican mother raised him in a world where every day was a test of endurance. When his family moved to Los Angeles, Quinn's childhood grew harder. He worked various manual jobs like boxing and construction to help support his family, learning early what it meant to fight for survival. Those experiences later became the backbone of his acting, authenticity and grit that couldn't be faked. Quinn didn't simply play strong men, he understood them. His early life taught him resilience, a quality that would follow him throughout his career and into his personal life, shaping the man behind the star. The artist's awakening. From architecture to acting, a pivotal moment came when Quinn discovered art and architecture, leading him to study under the legendary Frank Lloyd Wright. Wright recognized something in Quinn, a natural presence and emotional intensity that could not be ignored. He encouraged Quinn to pursue acting, a suggestion that would change the course of his life. Quinn embraced the craft with the same intensity he applied to everything else. He began his acting career in the 1930s, often limited to minor ethnic roles because Hollywood had rigid boundaries. Yet Quinn refused to be boxed in. He used each small role as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to prove he could do more. This period of struggle forged his ambition and shaped his approach to acting, setting him on a path toward becoming one of Hollywood's most enduring stars. Breaking through, Oscars and the making of a legend. Quinn's breakthrough came in the early 1950s when his performances began to reveal a depth that could no longer be ignored. His first major triumph arrived with Viva Zapata, 1952, where he played Eufemio Zapata, the volatile brother of revolutionary Emiliano Zapata. The role earned him his first Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, making him the first Mexican-born actor to win an Oscar. He followed this with another Oscar for Lust for Life, 1956, portraying painter Paul Gauguin with raw emotional power. These awards cemented his reputation as a serious actor with remarkable range. Quinn was no longer just a character actor, he was a force. His rise demonstrated that talent, when combined with relentless determination, could overcome even Hollywood's deepest biases. Zorba and beyond, the icon who lived his role. Quinn reached iconic status with his unforgettable performance as Alexis Zorba in Zorba the Greek, 1964. The role became inseparable from Quinn's identity, exuberant, philosophical, passionate, and fiercely alive. He earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, introducing him to a new generation of audiences worldwide. Zorba was not just a character, he became a symbol of joy, resilience, and the indomitable human spirit. The role reflected Quinn's own outlook on life, one that embraced both suffering and celebration. Throughout his career, he appeared in more than 150 films, playing roles across genres and languages. From historical figures to religious icons, Quinn brought dignity and complexity to every character, making them feel real rather than archetypal. His ability to convey strength and vulnerability made him a global phenomenon. The Renaissance man, painter, sculptor, writer beyond acting, Anthony Quinn was a gifted painter, sculptor, and writer. His artwork was exhibited in galleries around the world, showing a deep appreciation for beauty, form, and cultural expression. He believed creativity was not limited to one medium and approached art with the same passion and fearlessness that defined his acting. His written works, including memoirs, offered insight into a man who constantly questioned identity, purpose, and the meaning of success. Quinn's artistic life was not a hobby, it was a necessity. He used it as a way to explore emotions and experiences that acting alone could not fully express. His art revealed a man who was always searching, always creating, always reinventing. This restless creativity defined him as much as his legendary screen roles. A life of love and chaos, Quinn's personal journey. Quinn's personal life was as expansive and complex as his career. He married actress Catherine DeMille in 1937, connecting him to Hollywood's elite. Together they had 5 children, and for years the marriage seemed stable. But Quinn's restless nature and intense temperament strained the relationship. As his fame grew, so did his infidelity. He later admitted that he was often unfaithful, driven by impulse, ego, and the constant need for new emotional experiences. After nearly 3 decades together, the marriage ended in 1965. In 1966, Quinn married Italian costume designer Yolanda Adalori, and they had 3 children. Yet the same patterns returned. Quinn maintained a long-term relationship with Fredel Dunbar, fathering 2 more children. The marriage eventually collapsed under the weight of betrayal, leading to a bitter divorce in 1997. His personal life reflected a man who loved deeply but could not escape his own nature. The silence on Bronson. A secret of respect for decades, Quinn remained reserved when asked about Charles Bronson. The 2 men were often compared as rugged physical actors with intense screen presence. Yet Quinn chose silence until later in life, when he finally spoke candidly. His reflections were not sensational or dismissive, but deeply revealing. Quinn acknowledged that Bronson's tough persona was often misunderstood. People saw Charles as an unbreakable wall of stone, he said, but that was only the armor he wore for the world. Quinn, who also came from poverty and hardship, recognized a kindred spirit. Both men had climbed from nothing and carried that struggle into every role. Quinn believed that shared history shaped Bronson's intensity, giving his characters a raw authenticity that audiences could feel. In speaking about Bronson, Quinn honored the man behind the myth, the man behind the tough guy, silence, as strength. Quinn also addressed Bronson's reputation for being guarded and unapproachable, but he didn't see it as arrogance. He saw it as survival. When you come from where we came from, you don't trust easily, Quinn explained. Bronson's toughness was less ego and more self-preservation. He learned early that vulnerability could be exploited, and he carried that lesson into his career. Quinn admired Bronson's discipline, how he could dominate a scene without grand speeches or theatrical gestures. Charles didn't waste words, Quinn said. Every movement, every silence meant something. He believed Bronson's strength came from control and restraint. Quinn contrasted their personalities. He thrived on chaos and people, while Bronson preferred distance and silence. Yet, rather than judge him, Quinn respected his need for privacy. He saw Bronson's solitude as a form of protection in an industry that demanded conformity. Outro, a final tribute from one survivor to another. In breaking his silence, Anthony Quinn gave Charles Bronson a tribute that was rare, honest, and deeply human. He refused to mythologize him, instead choosing to highlight Bronson's authenticity and the strength that came from struggle. Quinn recognized Bronson as a symbol, not just of violence or revenge, but of a working man who refused to be broken. Their shared background made Quinn's words especially powerful. It was not rivalry that defined them, but survival. Quinn's final reflections remind us that behind every tough persona lies a human story of pain, endurance, and resilience. In the end, Quinn's tribute was not about cinema, it was about respect, and it offered a lasting reminder that even the strongest men can be tender, and even the toughest heroes can be misunderstood.